A Ball Called Splash, written by Kendra Colley, illustrated by Passion Burnell. Splash, perfect for parents to share with their children from preschool through young adult. This children's book takes you on a magical exploration with TJ as he attempts to convince his parents that he is growing up. Although his attitude and lack of confidence are becoming obstacles, TJ will soon realize that he is never alone on his journey. This story teaches gentle lessons about literacy, responsibility, anger management, and self-esteem. Hi. Having a basketball is fun, but maintaining good care of it is a huge responsibility. Plus, when your ball goes rolling down the hill or goes flat and needs you, you have to make some tough decisions. What you're about to listen to is a story of a young kid who learns the true meaning of responsibility, self-esteem, decision-making skills, and more when he gets his first basketball named Splash. Hello, my name is TJ, and I'm going to share my story with you about my first basketball. Oh, don't be scared. I promise you I won't confuse you, friend. We're going to let your imagination set us free. I rushed to grab my journal and to read my very first journal entry. Wait, you don't have a journal book? It's okay, don't worry. If you're a girl or a boy and don't have a journal to write down all of your magical moments while dribbling, shooting for the stars, and setting goals, get one. As the clock ticks, we will grow and can read back on your early imagination. Now, where was I? There it goes. A ball called Splash. So here it is. A book with blank pages that my father put on the nightstand by the bed. I have no idea what to write down. I know in my mind what I would like to say, but I can't spell it. We're taught to only know how to say the good words. Dad, help me please. So this morning I asked my parents if I can have a basketball and they said no. My parents said that having a basketball would distract me, break items in the house, and that life has more responsibilities. They also believed that I wasn't old enough or ready to have a basketball. Little do they know, I would take great care of my first basketball, and this is my moment to show my friends and parents that I'm ready to become a basketball player. This made me feel very upset and sad inside. I really want a basketball of my own, but sadly, I can't have one. Son, is everything okay? My father asked. Yes, Dad. I'm just upset that you won't let me get a basketball. I wanted to let you and Mom know that I really want to have my own basketball, so I wanted to write it down. But it's one problem. I can't spell, Dad. Kid, in life you'll learn that things don't just happen because we want them to. It's a process of learning new things. Don't let something so small upset you. Me and your mother love you dearly, and we will support any of your dreams you may have. My dad was right. I shouldn't have let that upset me. Hey, Dad, I need your help with spelling a few words from my journal on not getting so upset. And then I'm going to go watch television. And sorry for becoming so angry. It's all about learning and making sure to grow, son. Enjoy your night. After reflecting on his journal post on not getting so upset, the magical stars appeared. As TJ rested in bed sleeping the night away, the magical stars protected his room from all of the evil monsters. A wild imagination and positive memories are the best time machine that we have. I just got home from a day in grade school and put my books down when my mom said, TJ, where's your homework? And don't tell me you did it in school. Let me see your work. Your father has a meeting after his work. After you get your work done, I might have a surprise for you. Did you feel that? Let's get this work done before it gets too late. Feel what, Mom? It's magical, son. How about after your homework, we go to your first professional basketball game? And your father, he just have to meet us there. How does that sound? Are you serious, Mom? I jumped with joy and I couldn't think of anything else to do but my dance. See, my moves are different. I do what comes to mind. Hands in the air, kicking one leg out, or dancing around like a wild animal. Or maybe I just let out a huge woohoo! For some reason, I was just stunned to be going to my first basketball game. I just hugged my mom so tight and told her thank you for everything. Now, I will do my homework right now, Mom. I was so excited, I could not keep it inside. I'm going to the game. I'm going to the game. You not going to the game because we going to the game, said Mom. I sang my song as I was doing my dance. I could not blink for 1 second due to the energy around me in the arena. Mom grabbed my hand and asked me, what would I like to do? We were early due to having to meet my dad. So without thinking twice, I shouted, can we get matching team jerseys? The magical stars appeared around my mother. Oh, this day couldn't get any more magical. My mother seemed surprised, but I was not surprised. My mom ended up buying a jersey for herself, me, and my dad. It was number one. I was so happy. I'm going to be a star. It was wonderful, a moment I'll never forget. The arena staff had plenty of things to do before the game started. Everything in sight I wanted to do. I felt like a kid in a candy shop. Mom, let's get matching face paint designs, I said with excitement, waiting on her response. She said yes. After a brief moment in line waiting for our turn, we were up next. We sat down side by side holding hands. I was so nervous and filled with excitement as the artist started to paint on my face. One stroke of the paintbrush here, stroke of the paintbrush there, and the artist was finished. It was wonderful. My mom and I continued to walk around the arena waiting for my dad and the start of the game. I noticed a shooting competition. This was my shot to prove to my mom that I was ready. Let's play a game, Mom, I said. There was a free throw shooting game to win a free basketball. As I walked up to the area, I saw the basketball rims and the other fans having fun. I became super enthused. Sir, sir, I shouted to the guy holding the basketball behind the counter. How does this work? How many do we have to make to win the basketball, sir? He replied, I believe the woman standing beside you got a better shot. Who, her? My mom? I questioned. Yes, your mom. My mom and the guy behind the counter started to laugh, but I was determined to prove them wrong. The man said, okay, you get 2 balls for $1. If you can swish both of your shots from the free throw line, you win a free basketball. He said the special word, basketball. TJ, let's find another game to play, Mom said. I told you before and I tell you again, no basketball, son. Mom, please, Mama, please. I begged in my saddest voice. Then the guy at the counter looked at my mom and said, lady, he might be the next Michael Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron James. Let's see what he got. I have one magical token left for a free shot. Here you go, young man. Oh, Mama, please, please, Mama, please, I said again. There's something magical happening here. The stars. I saw the stars show up again. My mom actually said, okay, TJ, if you can hit that shot from the free throw line, 2 shots, 1 try, you can have a basketball. Cool, Mom, thank you. She's actually going to give me a chance to win on my own. I didn't know if I should shout, do my dancing grin, or scream. All I heard was Mom said I can have a basketball. As I looked at all the basketball players and others watching around, shooting their shot, I spotted the orange basketball that was calling my name. I just had to have it. I took one dribble, focused on the rim, bent my knees slightly, jumped, and flicked my wrist as I let go of the basketball with my eyes tightly closed. I just could not look. Well, looky here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner. When I opened my eyes, the gentleman had the biggest smile on his face and handed me my very own first shiny orange basketball. I'm going to name you Splash, I said to my new basketball. Then I looked up and my dad was there. What a surprise. I was even more excited to see my parents and I together and we can share this moment as a family. I looked at Mom and I didn't know she could smile so hard. Her face looked funny. As we were leaving the contestant area, the man said, remember to always flick your wrist. We would watch the game and then the home team would win the battle. But all I could focus on was getting to my room to hold my basketball. I had my very own basketball. When we arrived home, I told my parents not to worry. I would not dribble in the house. I would focus on schoolwork every day and promise to be responsible and take care of Splash. Every day I would dribble my basketball, talk to my basketball. I even tried tying a string around my basketball to walk with me. However, that did not work out too well. After several days, Splash stopped working for me. Every time I would shoot the basketball, it would not go in. I would ask my mom, what should I do to get better? She told me to never give up. She said, son, you never practice hard, and reminded me that I told her that I would be a very responsible young kid and I would work hard for Splash. I was sad and frustrated. I did not want to play with Splash anymore because I was not having fun. TJ, Dad called. The man down the street with the basketballs. A basketball going, and a few other neighborhood kids, they go down there. Maybe he can help you and your basketball splashed. I picked up my ball and headed to my neighbor's house as fast as I could. Dad was right behind me. I had seen my neighbor before, out working in his yard or shooting hoops. All I knew that all the other kids from the neighborhood would be down there playing basketball, but I never talked to them. I'll admit I was nervous and a little scared, but I rang his doorbell. Hello, I said in my deepest voice. My name is TJ, and I live down the street, sir. Nice to meet you, he said. I'm Mr. Blevins, but the kids around the neighborhood call me Coach Art. And you can too if you want. I see you have a nice basketball there, young man. Have you given it a name? My eyes lit up with excitement. All I could think of was, wow, giving my basketball a name. Yes, sir. Yes, I call my basketball Splash. Coach replied, why did you name it Splash? I shared with Coach that every time that the ball goes through the net, all I can hear is splash. We all enjoyed a laugh together. Splash looked like he needs to be pumped up and broken in, said Coach. Come around to the backyard. We will all shoot around. Coach said, TJ, you are a very young man with a very responsible position on the basketball court. Growing up allows yourself always to have fun and be a positive young kid with your friends. You must understand the meaning of practicing and working hard for the things you want. I recognize your ball needs some air in it, so it needs to be put to use. Others may have just left the basketball outside for dirt to build up on it, forget about it, or just let the ball go flat. You must really love Splash. Yes, Coach, I do, I replied. Splash is my very first friend. Will everything be okay? Of course, the coach replied. Now go have some fun with the rest of the kids. We got right into the basic fundamentals of life. That's what Coach called it. Coach put Splash in the burrow with the rest of the basketballs, and I started to say something, but Coach said, don't worry, let's get you more relaxed. I was so anxious and excited to show off my skills. As Coach spoke to the group, he talked about the importance of dribbling the basketball low, keep your eyes on the basket when shooting, and setting goals for the future. My eyes were watching every word that came out of Coach's mouth. I wanted to show my father that I could listen. After the coach spoke to the group, he looked to me and asked if I could unlock the barrel with the basketballs inside of them. I did that, and by the time I was done, Coach had Splash pumped up, washed off, clean, and ready to play. Dad and I thanked Coach for everything as we were leaving, and Coach reminded me the three basic fundamentals: to dribble, to shoot, and to set goals. He also shared that you must work very hard to reach the top, and if I wanted to get help, to always ask. Coach looked at my father. You must be very proud to have such a hard-working and responsible basketball player as your son. As Dad and I walked back to our home, we watched the sunset. Dad gave me a huge hug and said, I'm glad you got your first basketball. I'm even more happier to be your father. Let's go, son. The end.